All right, welcome. Today we are going to be going over the Week 16 schedule of the NFL season. As you can see, last week pulled an 11-5 record. Decent week. I'll roll with it. Hopefully we can do better on this one. Just a crazy week last week. We had the Minnesota comeback, the end of the Patriots game, Tom Brady blowing a 17-point lead. Just pretty weird week in general. But hopefully this week we can do a little better. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So Thursday Night Football, we have Jacksonville at the Jets. So if Zach Wilson is playing, this is going to be Trevor Lawrence against Zach Wilson, number 1 pick from last year's draft, against the number 2 pick from last year's draft. So Jets coming off that tough loss to Detroit. Defense played great, but you can only hold the lines off so well. And then Jacksonville coming off that impressive win against the Cowboys, the comeback win, pick 6 to seal it. Honestly, this one I really think is going to be a tough one. So even if Zach Wilson is playing for the Jets at the time of this recording, I'm not sure who's going to be starting for them. I'm going to assume it's going to be Zach Wilson. But given that, I think that this New York Jets defense can really make it hard for Trevor Lawrence. I don't think he's actually had to play defense that's this good. I mean, they made the Lions really have to work for every yard that they had to get. They had to earn it. So I feel like Jacksonville is going to really have to put in the work to win this game. And both these teams need this win. So the Jets, to keep their playoff chances alive, need to win. Jacksonville, to catch up with Tennessee in their division, they need this win as well. But if I really have to pick, I'm going to actually go with Jacksonville. I'm going to go, I believe in Trevor Lawrence to pull this dub out. He's been playing great these past few weeks. I mean, just playing out of his mind. Although it is going to be against a great defense, I am going to go with Jacksonville on this one just because they're on a hot streak and you got to go. So I'm going to go with the Jaguars on this one. Next game, we have the Falcons at the Ravens. Don't think that Lamar is going to be playing in this one either. So I had heard a report that he wasn't even practicing today. But they are going against the Falcons. So I don't think I'm going to get into this one too much. I think it's Desmond Ridder is the Falcons quarterback right now. So I'm going to give it to Baltimore on this one. I trust their team. I trust their coach. I think they'll be able to get it done. And, even if Lamar's not playing, I still think they're going to be able to get it done. So give me the Ravens for this one. So both these teams need this one as well. So the red-hot Detroit Lions, man, I tell you. What a season. One of the most fun Detroit Lions teams, if not the most... This is the most fun Detroit Lions team I've been watching my whole life, and I've been watching for a long time, man. This is a fun team. Our offense is amazing. It was 7-7. Won the 6 of the last 7, so honestly feeling really good. But on the Carolina side, they need this win to keep on pace with Tampa for that division. So Detroit coming off that really tough, gritty win against the Jets. This was in New York, and against that defense, top 5 defense, I think is going to be something that is going to be a momentum boost for them in this game. I think Detroit's just a better team, and I think the league is really starting to get put on notice about what this team can do. Like I said, I've been watching the Lions my whole life, and they are actually getting serious media coverage for the first time in my life. And it's good to see, man. It's really good to see. This team and the city have been through hard times. So, but, to cut it short for this game, I'm going to go with the red-hot Detroit Lions, man, to keep their playoff hopes alive. And I think they're going to get this one. I really do. I just think they're a better team than Carolina, and I think that if it's a shootout, I think we can be able to put up more points against Carolina. So, give me the Lions for this one. Next one, we have the Bills at the Bears. Not going to even talk about this one. Give me the Bills. Just better team. It's in Chicago, but Buffalo's used to playing in cold weather, so give me Buffalo. Next game, we have the Saints at the Browns. So this is interesting. Both these teams, not really... they're eliminated already. I mean, I guess the Saints could technically still win their division, but I don't think it's going to happen. The Saints defense, man, they'll make it rough, but same with the Cleveland's defense. So this one I think is going to be a coin flip, but give me Cleveland to get this one done. I think that they'll be able to put up the points, and their defense will come through. So give me the Browns. Next game, we have the Seattle Seahawks at Arrowhead going against the Chiefs. This is going to be a tough one, man. So Seattle, they've started to come back down to earth a little bit, and I really think that they need this one. They definitely need this one more than the Chiefs need this one. The Chiefs are already in. They've already clinched their division, but Seattle's still trying to keep their hopes alive. But, man, what a team you got to face to keep those hopes alive, man, especially on the road against this team. I'm going to go with the Chiefs on this one, man. Although they struggled against Houston last week, I just think that they're going to be in Arrowhead. They're ready. Those fans are going to be crazy. I think that Kansas City is going to be able to get this one done. So give me the Chiefs for this game. All right, next game we have the Giants at Minnesota. So the Giants definitely need this game more. Minnesota's already in. But Minnesota, I think they're trying to really hang on to that 2 seed with San Francisco right on their ass. So I'm going to actually go with Minnesota on this one just because I think the Giants, like I mentioned for the Seahawks, they've started to finally come back down to earth. The Giants, man, they can only win one way. And, if it's a shootout, they're not going to be able to keep up with them. And Minnesota is definitely a team that can put up points. And that's what I think is going to happen. I think Jay Jetta is going to have a good game. And I think that they're going to be able to pull this game out. And the Giants are going to take another L in the column. But I think that they'll be one of the teams that for sure make it in the wild card. But, man, this is not going to help them. So, think this one's going to be a tough one for the Giants, but I am going to pick the Vikings to win this game. So this will be another good one. So we have Joey B and the Bengals visiting the Patriots in Foxborough. So Patriots, man, coming off probably the most stupidest play to end a game in NFL history. One of the craziest ways to end a game. A lateral pick six return just for a touchdown to end the game when they could have went to overtime. So their defense is great, and the New England fan in me really wants to pick them, but and they really need this win. They need this win. I think they need it more than the Bengals do to keep their chances alive. I think Cincinnati, whether it's a wild card or whether it's the division, they're going to make it. They're going to be one of the teams that are going into it. And in all honesty, man, it hurts to say, but I'm going to go with the Bengals on this one. I trust Joey B, and the Bengals, man, they just have a lot of weapons. They're starting to get healthy at the right time. Joe Burrow is that guy, and I do expect them to actually pull this win out of Foxborough and probably put the stamp on the Patriots season to end it. So give me the Bengals for this one. Next game we have the Texans at the Titans. So Texans, man, the last few weeks have been a little frisky. Almost beating the Cowboys 2 weeks ago, and then almost beating the Chiefs last week, man. So they've been fighting in all these games, and this is going to be at Tennessee. I don't think Ryan Tannehill is going to be playing for this one, so it's going to be all on the shoulders of Derrick Henry again. So looking at it, man, I think Tennessee is just the more disciplined team, and I think their defense is going to be able to do some work. So give me the Titans to win this one to broaden the gap between them and the Jaguars for that division. They need this. They need this one. For Houston, they're just playing spoiler at this point for, teams like Tennessee. But give me the Titans to win this one. I just think that Vrabel is going to be able to coach them right. All right, next game we have the Washington Commanders at the Niners. So Washington, they need this game to keep their playoff chances alive after losing to the Giants last week. And the Niners, they need this game if they want to keep pace with Minnesota to get that 2 seed. So looking at it, man, I just think the Niners are a better team. They've gotten a little bit of a longer week since they played on Thursday, so it's going to be in San Francisco. I mean, I'm just going to go with the Niners on this one. I don't think I really need to explain this much. I think it'll be like a pretty competitive game, but the 49ers, I think, will pull away with it in the end. So give me the Niners. All right. Division rivals going at it. NFC East. What are they, 13-1 Philadelphia Eagles visiting the Cowboys. So at the recording of this video, don't know if Jalen Hurts is going to be playing. Dallas still got the bad taste in their mouth from how the game ended against Jacksonville. It's going to be tough, man. And with just me looking at it like that, both these teams are primed for the playoffs, and they're priming to meet each other, if everything goes well, especially with how weird the NFC is this year. You can't really trust any of the teams in there. But looking at it for this game specifically, just because I don't know if Jalen Hurts is going to be playing, I'm going to give it to the Cowboys on this one. I think that they're going to be a little upset about what happened last time they played when they didn't even have Dak playing. It was Cooper Rush. And I think they're going to be able to get away with this one. And I do expect Philly to come out a little fierce, though, especially with, what Micah Parsons was saying a couple weeks ago about, is it really Jalen or is it the team? The shade that was being thrown between the two sides, So, but if I got to keep it for this game, I'm going to go with the Cowboys just because I don't know if Jalen Hurts is going to be playing. So give me the Cowboys for this one. All right. We have the Raiders at the Steelers. Just two pretty disappointing teams to start the year. And now they're pretty much out of contention. The Raiders, I think, need a miracle to get in, but I don't think it's going to happen. Just give me the Raiders for this one. I think they're going to be able to get it done. I think that win was pretty good momentum for them last week. Same with Pittsburgh. They had a good win against Carolina last week. So, but this is a coin flip. I'm going to go with the Raiders on this one. All right, and onto the Christmas game. So we have the Packers at the Dolphins. So on the one side of it, Green Bay kept their playoff chances alive. Very slim. It's very slim, but they need this game. But Miami also needs this game because they have the Patriots, they have the Jets right on their ass for that last playoff spot in the wild card. So they really need this one. Both of them need it, but this is going to be in Miami. Green Bay coming off the shorter week, and I just really don't think that Green Bay is going to be able to keep up shot for shot against the Dolphins. Dolphins have extreme firepower on their offense, and I just don't think Green Bay is going to be able to keep up with them. So I think this is where Green Bay's season officially ends, and their hopes of a playoff berth it dies. So give me the Dolphins on this one to, they've been on a 3-game losing streak, and I think that it ends this week. And even how they played Buffalo last week, that was a good loss. Going into Buffalo all week they were getting shit on about how they'd be able to play in the cold weather. I mean, I was even talking about it. I mentioned it last week in my video. But damn, they played great. And they were in a position to win the game last week. So give me the Dolphins for this one. They're going to be at home after a 3-game road trip, and I think those fans are going to be loud, especially on Christmas. So give me the Dolphins for this one. This abysmal game we have to watch on Sunday. So Broncos at Rams. Two very disappointing teams. I think when the league made the schedule, they were really expecting, Russ to have a great year, and of course the defending Super Bowl champion Rams. This is a good game. At the beginning of the year, this would have been a great game, but both these teams just played with injuries and just poor performance. So looking at it, man, I'm going to go with the Rams on this one. I just think that they're going to be at home, and they'll be able to get it done against this Denver team, but I could see it going either way. So just, I guess, coin flip game. Give me the Rams for this one. Next one, we have Tampa Bay at Arizona. Arizona officially eliminated from the playoffs, but Tampa Bay, they need this one. They want to widen the gap between them and second place in the NFC South. So give me Tampa Bay on this one, especially what happened last week to them. Tough loss to Cincinnati after being up big. And I don't think Brady's going to be happy. And it's going to be on Christmas, so the lights will be on for that game. And you know what? I'm just going to go with the Buccaneers on this one. I think they're the better team, so give me the Buccaneers. And to wrap up the week, we have the Chargers at the Colts. So I don't think I really need to talk about this one. So Colts coming off that, blowing the biggest lead in NFL history. Need I say any more? They really shit the bed, historically shit the bed. So, that's rough. And they're going to be hosting a Chargers team that's kind of on fire right now. They've been playing pretty good, and everyone's starting to get healthy for them. And it's happening at the right time. So, all that considered, I think Herbert's going to have a good game. And I think that they're going to be able to light it up against Indianapolis. I could see this one going, honestly, being a little close. I think they said Nick Foles is going to be starting for the Colts. But I'm just going to go with the Chargers on this one, man. They need this game. And I think that if they win this one, they'll for sure be good to make the playoffs. So give me the Chargers for this one. So that's who I'm going with. All right, those are my predictions for the Week 16 games. Let me know in the comments who you got for each of the games. I want to thank you all for tuning in, watching all the videos, liking and subscribing. So appreciate that. And as always, we will see you next week.